been talking about this this morning. Uber is going to court today to appeal a decision to grant their drivers worker status, which would entitle them to benefits, a bit like the minimum wage and also sick pay. Now, it comes as workers from right across the so-called gig economy are gathering in London to call for better working conditions. Well, Yassine Aslam is a former Uber driver. He's also one of two drivers who brought the case against the company over workers' rights, and he joins me now in Westminster. Very good morning to you. You won your case for workers' status last November. Tell me why you went to court. Why did you go to the tribunal?
Good morning. Hi. Last year we went into tribunal where we won. This was a worker status we won. It's just one of the third category where we got self-employed, employees and workers. The judge ruled in our favour where we're workers. As a worker status, what we're given is basic protections such as minimum pay and holiday pay. That's all it entitles us to.
And what do you think will happen?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, the sound isn't very good, but we'll carry on. How do you think things will go today? Are you expecting that Uber can win its appeal?
I mean, I'm quite confident we're going to win. We won last year, and we're going to win again. I mean, this is about making sure we end exploitation. And it's not just about Uber, it's about the whole gig economy. It's about workers across the UK. And we want government and people such as TfL to do more and add conditions to companies such as Uber to protect workers from being exploited.
Yassine, only two drivers on behalf of a group of 19 actually brought this case, and as we know, there are around 40,000 Uber drivers in London. Is it not the case that for many of those drivers, they actually like the flexibility? They like having another job and then being able to do a few hours of Uber driving in the evenings or at the weekend, and it actually suits them, that flexibility.
I mean, that's correct. It's a good thing, but think it's not about flexibility. I mean, what we won last year was a worker status, and under the worker status, we still have that flexibility. There's no need to change that flexibility. And going back to your question about two drivers, we were test cases with two claimants. Even from last year's ruling, the ruling applied to all Uber drivers across the UK. In fact, in most of the workers across the gig economy.
If you win today, would you consider going back to drive for Uber if you win today?
I mean, the thing is, we do need this workers' protection. I've been in this trade for 10 years. It's not just today. Uber come into London 5 years. I've been a minicab driver for 10 years. And the truth is, the trade is a rotten trade. There's a lot of exploitation. What Uber done is, by them aggressively coming into the market, they took exploitation and abuse of driving to another level. Now, the sad reality is, you would find people that will happily work for £2 an hour, but in this country we have laws and regulations, and in our case we proved the law is in our favour, but it's not being enforced. And this is the thing here today. Why do people like myself have to come and fight in court? And the difference today is Uber fighting us, not us fighting Uber. The thing is, Uber has access to unlimited resources, money, lobbying power, and it's sad that the government's not doing their bit to protect workers like myself.
OK, former Uber driver Yassine Aslam, many thanks. Pretty noisy in central London.